Episode 42. What is compost and why does it matter? Welcome back to EcoAlchemy, where we translate your gardening aspirations into lush, green realities. Today, we're exploring one of the cornerstone practices of sustainable gardening, composting. As I work on my own compost pile, we'll discuss what compost is, why it's such an essential ingredient for any garden, and how you can confidently start your own composting journey to nourish your plants and the planet. Compost is, quite simply, decomposed organic material that transforms into nutrient-rich soil. It's nature's way of recycling, turning yesterday's garden scraps into tomorrow's fertile ground. Think of it as the lifeblood of a healthy garden. In my current pile, I have kitchen scraps like vegetable peels, grass clippings, fall leaves, and even shredded cardboard, all breaking down into what seasoned gardeners affectionately call black gold. Why black gold, you ask? Because this dark, crumbly mixture is priceless when it comes to gardening. Compost not only feeds your plants but also improves your soil, enhancing its texture and structure while supporting the beneficial microbes that roots need to thrive. Imagine a garden full of lush vegetables, stunning flowers, and sturdy shrubs, all thanks to this powerhouse soil amendment. Creating and using compost is an act of giving back to the earth. By converting waste into nourishment, you're not just growing plants, you're closing a natural cycle. But to fully appreciate its value, let's dive deeper into why compost is such a critical ally for gardeners. Compost is more than dirt. It's a symbiotic relationship between soil, plants, and microorganisms. Here are the top 3 benefits of compost and why it's crucial for gardening success. Healthy plants begin with healthy roots, and compost is like a supercharged multivitamin for your garden. As organic material breaks down, it delivers key nutrients to your soil: nitrogen for foliage growth, phosphorus for robust root systems, and potassium to encourage blossoms and fruits. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, compost releases these nutrients gradually, ensuring your plants have a steady supply over time without the risk of overfeeding. Have you ever struggled with compacted clay soil or soil that's too sandy to hold water? Compost is the ultimate fix. It acts as a conditioner, loosening up heavy clay to create space for air and water, and binding sandy soil particles to improve water retention. The result is loamy, well-structured soil, perfect for supporting the fine roots of your plants. What's often overlooked in gardening is the teeming life beneath the surface. Compost feeds the beneficial microbes, fungi, and worms that play a crucial role in making nutrients available to your plants. It fosters an underground ecosystem where organic matter is continuously broken down and transformed into plant-friendly compounds. These tiny allies work tirelessly to ensure your garden soil stays alive and fertile. The impact of compost goes beyond individual plants. It enriches the entire garden environment, making it more sustainable, resilient, and productive. The beauty is that you don't need fancy tools or an enormous backyard to reap these rewards. Let's break down how you can start composting today. The idea of composting can be intimidating at first, but it's surprisingly straightforward. Whether you've got a spacious yard or just a small balcony, there's a composting style for everyone. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as your garden transforms with the help of this natural wonder. Location matters, but not as much as you might think. A compost pile thrives in a sunny, well-drained area, though you can also place it in a shady corner or even indoors with the right bin system. If you have limited space, consider a compost tumbler or even a worm composting bin, vermicomposting. For gardeners in urban settings, countertop compost bins can jumpstart the process before transferring the material to a larger pile or community composting site. The key to good compost lies in balance. Alternate between 2 main categories. Greens *, these are high in nitrogen and include fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, and fresh grass clippings. Browns *, these are carbon-rich materials like dried leaves, shredded cardboard, straw, or wood chips. Aim for a carbon-to-nitrogen ratio of roughly 2:1, with more browns than greens. This balanced layering keeps the compost pile from becoming too wet or too dry, ensuring efficient decomposition and preventing unpleasant odors. Turning your compost periodically incorporates oxygen, which is essential for the microbes breaking down the material. Think of it like giving your pile a good, refreshing workout. Additionally, keep your pile damp, like the feel of a wrung-out sponge, but not soaking wet. Excess moisture can lead to anaerobic, low oxygen conditions, which slow decomposition and cause a sour smell. Composting isn't an overnight process, but patience truly pays off. Depending on factors like temperature, moisture, and the materials used, compost can take anywhere from a few months to over a year to fully mature. You'll know it's ready when the pile shrinks in size, the materials are unrecognizable, and you're left with a rich, earthy-smelling material. Remember, the end goal is a dark, crumbly amendment that feels light in your hands. Spread this marvel of nature over your garden beds to nurture your plants and enrich your soil. Even experienced gardeners face challenges when composting. Here's how to troubleshoot some common issues. Bad odors. This usually means there's too much nitrogen, greens, in the pile. Add more browns like shredded cardboard or dried leaves, and give your pile a good turn to restore balance. Pile is too dry *. Dry piles decompose slowly. Add water in small amounts and mix well to reach the proper moisture level. Unwanted pests. Avoid adding protein, fats, or dairy to your pile, as these can attract animals. Use a secure lid or enclosed bin if this becomes a recurring problem. Addressing these issues promptly will help keep your compost pile healthy and productive. Currently, I'm adding shredded cardboard to balance out the food scraps I added earlier this week. This keeps the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio in check, accelerating decomposition and ensuring my pile stays odor-free. I'm also turning the pile with a pitchfork to aerate the mixture. Regular maintenance might seem tedious, but these small tasks make a significant difference in the speed and efficiency of composting. As a tip for beginners, keep a small bucket with a lid in your kitchen to collect food scraps. When it's full, take it out to your pile or bin. This keeps the process manageable and easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Congratulations! Your compost is ready. Now, how do you use it? Applying compost to your garden is as flexible as the process of making it. For vegetable gardens, mix compost into the soil before planting or spread it as a top dressing during the growing season. For flower beds, apply a thin layer of compost as mulch to help retain moisture and suppress weeds. For potted plants, blend compost with potting soil to create a natural growth booster. Over time, you'll see the impact of compost in stronger plants, better harvests, and vibrant blooms. It truly is gardening magic. That's it for today's episode of EcoAlchemy. Composting may seem like a small act, but it's one of the most impactful things you can do for your garden and the environment. Start with the basics, adapt it to your space, and let nature handle the rest. Your garden and the planet will thank you. In the next episode, we'll focus on soil health, exploring how to test your soil and improve its quality with simple, actionable tips. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening. Let's keep the cycle of life growing strong, one compost pile at a time.